The moment began with a small hand tightening around a father's fingers in the glow of a neon-lit diner, a quiet tug that carried more urgency than fear. Outside the American diner, under flickering lights and the hum of passing cars, a single father paused mid-step, grocery bag swinging gently at his side, his instincts awakening before his mind could fully catch up. What his daughter saw before he did would change the course of that night forever and awaken a past he had buried deep for the sake of her fragile, peaceful world. Before the story unfolds any further, take a second to pause. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of doing the right thing, even when it costs you something, please like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. Your support keeps stories like this alive. The father had learned to walk away from trouble. Years ago, he had been trained to run toward it, shaped by discipline, sacrifice, and silence as a Navy SEAL. But life had rewritten his priorities after loss, carved a permanent hollow in his chest. Now, his world revolved around a little girl with curious eyes and a heart far too big for someone so young. That night, all he wanted was to get her home, read her favorite book, and keep the past exactly where it belonged. But destiny has a way of testing the promises we make to ourselves. Across the parking lot, the scene was unraveling fast. A young woman in military fatigues struggled as several men crowded around her near a dark van. The situation felt wrong in a way that set every alarm ringing inside him. The father stood frozen for a breath, torn between the life he had built and the life he had survived. His daughter sensed the conflict, her gaze fixed on the chaos with a seriousness that did not belong to childhood. In that moment, innocence met injustice, and the man realized that turning away would teach a lesson he could never take back. He moved with calm purpose, placing the grocery bag down and guiding his daughter behind him, trusting the instincts forged by years of training and tempered by fatherhood. The men never saw it coming. What unfolded next was not rage or recklessness, but controlled precision born of discipline and restraint. Each movement carried the weight of someone who knew exactly how dangerous violence could be and how necessary it sometimes was. The fight was swift and brutal, yet strangely quiet, like a storm contained within human form. When it was over, the parking lot fell into stunned silence, broken only by distant traffic and the hum of neon lights. The woman in uniform stood shaken but unbroken. Her strength was evident not just in her training, but in the way she straightened herself afterward, dignity intact despite the fear she had faced. The father felt the old ache in his bones, a reminder of battles fought long ago, both overseas and within himself. He checked on his daughter, who watched him with wide eyes, not scared but proud in a way that tightened his chest more than any wound ever had. Sirens approached, slicing through the night with urgency. The men were restrained, the truth surfacing quickly as witnesses spoke up. What the father did not expect was what came next. A high-ranking Marine general arrived on the scene, his presence commanding immediate respect. He recognized the woman instantly, not just as a Marine, but as someone whose service and resilience spoke volumes. The general's attention soon turned to the quiet man standing protectively beside his child. Recognition flickered in the general's eyes as he pieced together the story. The father's past, long hidden beneath the role of a gentle, exhausted single parent, surfaced without a single word needing to be spoken. There was no grand speech, no medals handed out under flashing lights. Instead, there was a simple acknowledgement, a shared understanding between warriors who knew the cost of duty and the weight of walking away from it. As the night settled, the father knelt beside his daughter, brushing a strand of hair from her face, grounding himself in the present. He realized that strength was no longer about missions or victories, but about showing up when it mattered most, even when fear whispered that it was safer not to. His daughter had seen him choose courage over comfort, compassion over convenience. That lesson, he knew, would outlast any story told about the fight itself. If this story is touching something deep inside you right now, if it reminds you that ordinary people can do extraordinary things when guided by love, please take a moment to like this video and share it with someone who needs a reminder that goodness still exists. The father and daughter walked away from the diner that night, hand in hand, the neon lights fading behind them. The world remained imperfect and dangerous, but also filled with moments where humanity rose quietly, powerfully, and without applause. He had not just saved a stranger stranger, he had shown his child what it meant to stand for someone who could not stand alone. Before this story ends, I have one special request. Please comment below what this moment meant to you or who it reminded you of in your own life. Your words matter more than you know. They drove home under a sky dusted with stars, a little girl leaning against her father's arm, and a man at peace with the truth that some battles are chosen not by duty, but by love.